Hello everyone. So today we are going to continue our topic of crimes, and it will be about petty crimes, and mainly we will focus on vocabulary today. So we will talk about adjective suffixes, and also our lesson will be a bit shorter than the previous one, so that's why it won't be so difficult. And I'm sorry for my voice. I'm a bit ill, so that's why sometimes I can cough or clear my throat, so that's why don't mind. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to read this short text. It's about, of course, it's about a crime, it's about robbery, but in this text you can find a lot of adjectives with suffixes. Then I will we will look through these adjective suffixes. Okay, good. So let's begin. Disappearing money. One of the most mysterious unsolved bank robberies took place at the First National Bank of Chicago, USA. One Friday in 1977, an employee at the bank put $4 million in cash in a bank vault. When another employee came to make the weekly check on the vault, she discovered that only $3 million was there. $1 million had simply disappeared. The robbery appeared in all the national newspapers. Because nobody had broken into the vault, the police suspected it was an inside job and were at first hopeful that they would recover the money quickly. "It's foolish to rob your own bank," said one police officer. "You're almost certain to get caught unless you're very lucky." Because most robbers are in a hurry, they are usually careless and leave clues, but the police could find nothing to identify the thief or thieves. The FBI were suspicious of one employee, but they didn't have enough reliable evidence to arrest him. 4 years later, police discovered $2,300 of the money in a drugs raid, but have never found the thief or the rest of the money. Okay, in this short text, we have just found out about the robbery which took place in the USA in 1977, and the police weren't able to find the money. Yes, to find this money. So, and in this text there are a lot of adjectives, and they are mainly with some suffixes. So let's look through these adjectives with suffixes. For example, hopeful. When we add this suffix full, it means usually it gives the meaning like full of something. Okay, hopeful, it means full of hope. Helpful, or full of something, or giving something. Like helpful, it means giving help. Yes, helpful people are usually those who don't mind giving, lending help or giving help. Okay, harmful, full of harm or giving harm to something. Next, foolish and greenish. Foolish, it's here, for example, it's foolish to rob your own bank. Сумасшествие, да, это сумасшествие ограблять свой собственный банк. Но здесь еще мы как можем сказать not sensible, not rational, не разумно, не рационально, or mad or crazy. Greenish we usually say when it's not green, but like green, okay? Зеленоватый, like reddish, красноватый. When we add the suffix less, we give the meaning like without something. If we say careless, it means беззаботный, безалаберный. So people who doesn't care, people who don't care about anything. The antonym for this word is like caring. Yes, caring. Next, homeless, бездомный. Suspicious, подозревающий, and this is a suffix ous, suspicious of somebody. For example, я подозреваю его. I am suspicious of him. Да? Это suspicious не означает подозрительный, а именно как будто бы глагол подозревать. Я подозреваю. I am suspicious of him. Mysterious, загадочный. Luxurious, вы знаете. Next, reliable. These suffixes like able or ible, like here ible, when we add these suffixes to the words, it gives the meaning able to do something, which is able, which is we can do something with it. For example, reliable, it means we can rely on someone or something. Yes, надежный. Drinkable, it means we can drink it. Edible, it means we can eat it. Legible, it means we can read it. So, weakly and friendly. Look at these two adjectives. Mainly, you know that we put the suffix li to the adverb. Yes, for example, slowly, медленно, carefully, осторожно. But you should know, you should be aware that there are also adjectives with the suffix li, and they are adjectives, not adverbs. Like weekly, it doesn't mean еженедельно, it means еженедельный. Friendly, дружелюбный. Or early, it's ранний. Однако early, it can be an adverb as well. Yes, it means рано и ранний одновременно at the same time. And the last one, they are too easy, national and economical, and this is a suffix al. Okay, let's go. So these are some exercises to try to memorize these adjectives with these suffixes. Okay, the first exercise is you should make adjectives from these words, like afford, позволять себе. I can give you a clue. Affordable. Yes, affordable. То, что вы можете себе позволить. Позволяемый. Okay, so you should, first of all, you should make adjectives, and then you should put them into these gaps. Next, the same exercise. This is also the same exercise. You can afford, affordable, for example. Beautiful. Care, careless, and careful. Child, childish, for example. Yes, so you should do it, and then you should put these adjectives into these gaps. Okay, logically. So next, this is your speaking task. The first half is about adjectives, and the second half is going to be about petty crimes. Okay, so the first question is, who is the friendliest person you know? What was the most painful experience? Have you ever done anything dangerous? What is the luckiest thing that has ever happened to you? Who is the most helpful person in your family? Have you ever done anything careless? What can you make furious? What can make you furious? Что может вас вывести из себя, да? What comes to your mind when you hear the word peaceful? Okay, and these questions I will read a little bit later when I will explain you your other tasks. Okay, so now we're gonna listen to the description of these two photos. Then I will give you your useful phrases, and then you should do your home task. And your home task is gonna be to describe these two photos using these words. So let's listen.
The first photo shows a man snatching a bag from a woman while she's walking through a subway. She's trying to hold on to the bag so he can't steal it. In the second photo, a man is leaning into a car through a broken window. He's also trying to steal a lady's bag. The common theme in the photos is crime. You can see the criminal in both photos. But unlike the first photo, the second photo does not show the victim. That's because the owner of the car is probably not there. Another obvious difference is that the criminal in the first photo might not succeed. The woman might hold on to her bag. But in the second photo, it seems as if he's definitely going to get the bag. Both photos show types of street crime, but I think the first photo shows a more worrying kind of crime. The first photo shows a crime against a person, whereas the second photo shows the theft of some property.
Okay, so you have just listened to the recording, and now I'm going to explain you useful phrases which you will use in your description of these two photos. So useful phrases are snatch a bag from someone, то есть захватить, забрать сумку у кого-то, да? Hold on to the bag, держать сумку, то есть держать ее крепче к себе. Lean on to something, облокотиться, на что-то упираться. Ну, это были новые слова, возможно, которые вы услышали. The common theme in the photos is, this is a phrase, общая тема на фотографиях, да? The common theme in these photos is that it's about street crimes. And also you should give the similarities, and also you should give the differences. And while you give the differences, you can use such phrases like unlike the first photo. в отличие от первой фотографии, и даже вы говорите там во второй говорится или можно увидеть то-то. Да, вот эта фраза unlike the first photo is to give the difference, it's to give the contrast. The new word may be victim, жертва. This woman is a victim. Another obvious difference is that другое очевидное различие. He might not succeed. Возможно, у него не получится. It's about him. He might not succeed in his bag snatching because she tries to hold on to her bag. Она пытается удержать свою сумку, да? Crime against the person. The woman told us that the first photo is kind of worrying kind of a crime because it's against the person. And the second photo, в то время как второе фото, она дает контраст, she gives a contrast, whereas the second photo shows us a theft, yes, a theft of some property, кража просто имущества, okay? So while you will be speaking about these photos, you can use these useful phrases, okay? So not only I think, not only you can see here, yes, don't just list what you can see here, but also give contrast, give differences, and give similarities. Okay, so petty crimes can be pickpocketing, карманничество, bag snatching, it's this, shoplifting, кража с магазинов, and petty crimes. These are petty crimes. So your task is compare and describe these two photos. The last task is a reading task. It's also about crime. It's about one of the most famous crimes in Britain, Great Train Robbery. So you're gonna read it, and then you should do this task, and you should give here in which paragraph you can find out, for example, how the thieves were discovered, how the man spent the money. So you should match the paragraph with this information. Okay, and the last one. Again, these are some questions for a speaking task. And in your opinion, is crime against a person always worse than property crime? So if yes, you should give your reasons, expand your opinion. Is it okay to steal if you really need the money? Okay, there are a lot of different situations in life, for example, when you really need the money. So sometimes maybe we can justify someone who steals the money because their child is ill or something like this. But is it okay for you to steal if you really need it? Is looting from a shop as bad as burgling a house? So it's about comparing looting and burgling. Which of them is more serious and more, awful? Yes. Have you ever been a victim? Когда-нибудь вы были ли жертвой? Да, жертвой не так, чтобы прям такого of a petty crime, okay? Did someone steal something from you, for example? So if yes, and I guess that anyone can be a victim, yes, can have been a victim in their lives, because, for example, as for me, 2 or 3 years ago, I had my wallet stolen, то есть у меня украли portmoney. I had my phone stolen, and this phone was very, I really liked it, and it was very expensive, and I regretted a lot about losing it. So that's why also you can share your story with me. So thank you for your attention. Goodbye.